Is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome back to another episode of the Portsmouth Career Mode series. This is episode number 59 and we're going to start today's episode off, guys, by ending off the season here in the Championship. In the last episode, if you did miss it, I do recommend you go back and watch it, but we did finish off the Championship season and now we are moving on forward into the Barclays Premier League. As you can see there, we did finish in second on 94 points. You probably know that from the last episode, but that means that we are going to now be in the Barclays Premier League. As soon as I end the season, we will be in the Premier League, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get into things here. So here we go, we are now in the Barclays Premier League, guys, or we are now in the new season. Once we advance on into the transfer window, we will officially be in the Premier League. And really the first thing we've got to do is have a little look at our office here. We've got a little look at our season's budget, league objective, and we will have a look at that right now. So our season budget, what? I mean, this happened last year, but are you serious? I got more when I started off this career mode than I have getting into the Premier League. How does that make any sense? £1 grand wage budget a week and a transfer budget of not even £500,000. I might as well just start this career mode again. What the hell is that all about? I think I'm going to have to buy Financial Takeover again because that is absolutely pathetic. I'm not going to be able to do anything with that budget, especially now we are looking for more world-class players. Now we are in the Premier League. Let's have a little look at the league objective. Okay, so avoid relegation. Well, with the funds that you've given me, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So maybe I need to go and get a Financial Takeover because that is just a bit of a disgrace, really. All my hard work, and that is all I get in my transfer budget. To be fair, though, it may have something to do with that horrible glitch that I experienced when I was in the Championship, the 2 billion wage budget. And that glitch was just absolutely horrible. I did not like it one bit. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, because I'm just going to absolutely hate it if it does happen again. It was absolutely horrible. Couldn't make any good enough transfers because I didn't have an idea of what my budget actually was in the first place. But as we simulate here, I can't wait to see and have a little look at our pre-contract signings. And we will also assess the squad for the new season as well. Following that, we have some emails in our inbox. One of them will be a pre-contract arrival, of course. And we've also got, okay, so we already know about that. Domestic Cup objective. Reach the round of 16. At least they're actually being realistic instead of optimistic. I mean, the season budget, that really says it all, doesn't it? What the hell am I going to do with that? I'm probably just going to go ahead and get a Financial Takeover, because that is honestly pathetic. It really is. Happened last year and it's happened this year with Portsmouth. And we'll also have a little look at the players that we've got here. So we've got Connor Dunn, actually. He's a left winger. Don't really want to promote any of these players till they're 18, really, because I don't actually need them. I've got a full squad, and unless I sell some of my players anyway, I won't even be able to sign these guys, because I've got a full squad as it is, and we will go and have a little look at our squad now, and the players that I am looking to sell this season. So whilst we take a little look at our pre-contract signing, I'm also going to go through the, squad report for this month. There won't be any players that have grown. I don't think there will be anyway, but we'll have a little look at the players anyway and see if any players have actually gained any potential status. We got Jack Watmer there, which is quite surprising. He hasn't gained any potential status, but we don't care about that. Yun Youngson is actually gone up to 73 overall, which is pretty insane. And John Anthony Brooks, wow. He looks like an absolute god. Seriously, 78 overall. We got him on a free, of course, a pre-contract deal. 73 acceleration, 85 sprint speed, 88 strength, 82 interceptions. He looks like an absolute god and a real brick wall. 6'4" as well. A left-footed centre-back, so he can play back up to Blackett, or maybe Blackett will pay back up to him. We'll have to wait and see, but a good player there, and I'm really happy that we did manage to pick him up on a pre-contract signing. Although he is on 55,000 a week, that is really expensive, but he's still a good player, and I'm sure he will be a good centre-back for us. So looking at the players that I do want to sell this season, we've got a few players in there. We've got a lot of centre-backs actually. Well, 2 centre-backs for the time being. I have a lot of other ideas for players that I do want to put on the transfer list, but for the time being, I've just decided to put 4 players on the transfer list. We do have Roman Gnoli on there. He has been a pretty diabolical centre-back, to say the least, really. I'm not blaming him. He's just not been performing well for me, so I might as well get him off of my books and get a better centre-back in that's more capable of doing a better job. Yoon Youngson, I don't really know if I want to sell him. A little bit reluctant to possibly sell him, but I put him on the transfer list just to see if I can get a decent amount of money for him. That doesn't mean he's going to be leaving the club. I just want to see what kind of money I can get for him. Munir is a little bit of a different story. I just want him to leave the club. He's really not done anything for me, and the one season that we did have him in last season, he didn't do too well. Maybe I should give him a chance and I'm being unfair, but for the time being, I just want to see if I can get a lot of money for him, because he was a pre-contract signing, and if I can make some profit on him, that would be brilliant. Ryan Woods, I don't need him anymore. He really was the novelty signing at the time, and I don't need him. I've got too many central midfielders. He's not going to be the only one that will be leaving the club, trust me. But Ryan Woods, I put him on the transfer list. Then we got Ben Purrington on loan for a short-term loan, and that is because I want to boost his potential so that he can start growing again. And then we got Whitehead, who is our goalkeeper, who has been put on the loan list for a season-long loan. So guys, I've decided to go ahead and purchase a financial takeover. A lot of you guys will probably be against me doing that, but come on. We only got 400,000 of transfer budget and £1 a week on the wages. What can we do with that? We can't do absolutely anything with that. I'm not going to be using all of the financial takeover, and you'll see what I mean in a minute by that. But I will go ahead and purchase it right now, and we will redeem it and put it into our Portsmouth career. So we have a transfer offer this time for Jordan Ibe, another one of our players that has had a transfer offer for another player that was actually pivotal to our success last season. He was really, really good with Saido Berahino last season. He's worth between 17 and 27 million, but once again, he's not a player that I'm looking to sell. His future is here at Portsmouth, and even any sort of money will not tempt me to sell Jordan Ibe. So there we see that the financial takeover has actually been completed. Now guys, what I'm going to do is, it's going to be very similar to any of you guys that are long-term subscribers. I'm going to do what I did last year in the Bristol Rovers career mode, because we had the similar issue where I didn't get enough transfer funds from the previous season. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and buy a player from the free agents for, I would say, I'm going to buy him for, I'm going to give him a contract of something ridiculous, like, I'm going to give myself, okay, so I'm going to give myself 15 million to spend, like I did last season, and I'm also going to go ahead and offer a free agent player a contract. You may be able to tell already what I'm actually going to be doing, but this is just an easier way so that I can get a decent amount of funds, so that I can actually improve this squad, because what am I going to be doing? Come on, 350,000, that's more pathetic than last year. So we will go ahead and just approach this guy. We will give him the shock of his life by offering him £600,000 a week. There we go, £670,000 a week, or 669 then. So there we go, we will offer him a contract, and once he accepts it, I will basically remove him from the squad by cancelling his contract. Finally, right, this guy's accepted his contract of 668,000 a week. You may be wondering why I'm doing this, but it's to keep everyone happy, basically. If I get a financial takeover, people will say it's unrealistic. But if I'm starting off in the Barclays Premier League after being promoted, I'd say that 15,000 or 15 million, I should say, is a fair enough amount. Not 350,000 on the transfer budget. So we're going to sign this player, and then I'm going to go ahead and basically release him from the squad. So now that that's done and dusted, I can actually go into the transfer market and show you guys the players that I'm wanting to sign as soon as we see here. Okay, so we've had a transfer offer for Dele Alli. He's going on a short-term deal to Millwall so that he can start growing, because he hasn't actually grown for a while, and I would like to see him start growing, and I want to boost his potential so that he does start growing a lot this season, because he's a good player, and I would love to see him play really, really well at a much higher overall. So there we go. We're going to send him out on loan, and then of course I will recall him in a couple of days' time. So I have recalled Dele Alli from his loan spell with Millwall. He is now showing great potential, and that is a good thing because it now means that he will start to grow in this career mode, which of course is a brilliant thing, and hopefully he can be a real influential player for us this season. The first player I'm looking at signing is Nathaniel Chalobah from Burnley. Of course, Burnley, they were in the playoffs last season, but of course they didn't get promoted, which is a little bit of a shame, but that does mean that I've got more of a chance of possibly signing Chalobah, and his contract is also expiring in 12 months, so a bigger chance that I can pick him up on the cheap. We've only got 15 million to spend, but I think that's more realistic. I think I've done it in a good way. I did it last year with the Bristol Rovers career mode, and I've done the same this year, but anyway, it doesn't matter about that. We are talking about Chalobah now, so I'm going to go ahead and offer 3.5 million, and you know what, I'm going to offer 2.5 million and a player. So I'm going to go ahead and offer, who should I offer? That is the question. Who actually, so maybe I'll offer Ryan Woods. I'll offer 2.5 million plus Ryan Woods, and we'll wait and see what Burnley say about that. I'm also looking to pick up a new right back, and I believe Felipe Campos could be a really good replacement for Munir at right back. I think he could be a really good player. 75 overall at the age of 23, and he's only on £4 a week, so that is a massive change in the wage budget, especially if they are interested in Munir. I highly doubt they are, because he is a terrible player, but I've got to stop being so harsh about him. He was a good player. Although he's in bad form there, it's clear to see that he is a bad form player. But anyway, I will offer 500,000 plus Munir. I think that could be enough to tempt CD Palestino into selling their prized right back. John Sutar is another player that was heavily suggested, and one that I do want to pick up myself. So I will go ahead and offer Dundee United a transfer for this player. I won't offer Alex Winter, to be honest, because he is actually, well, he's been at the club since the beginning of the season, or the series, I should say. I will actually offer Tyus Browning, and I will offer 1 million, and we'll wait and see what Dundee say about that. So now that we put our transfers in for players, we're just going to simulate onwards here and see if we do get any transfer offers or transfer offers accepted for players. We got a lot of emails here. We've had a transfer offer accepted from CD Palestino for Felipe Campos. That is brilliant news. I've been chasing this guy since the beginning of the series, and these arseholes never accept any transfer offers that I give to them, but finally they have accepted. I've got my man. All I've got to do now is offer him a contract. He wants 30 grand a week. Well, you can forget about that contract. You seriously can. I'm not going to be offering you that. Actually, I will offer you, you know what, I'll just keep it at 4,000 a week. I don't really need to deal with that at the moment. And I will give him, I won't give him a squad role. I'll just give him 5 years, and we'll hope that he does accept that. We've had a transfer offer unacceptable for the mighty Zivkovic. That is a real shame. I think I'm going to have to offer a lot of money if I'm going to be able to sign this guy. And I don't think that I will actually be able to sign him. I will offer 5 million plus James, but I really honestly don't think that this one will go through. It's worth trying, but I'm just going to have to up the bid if I've got any chance of signing him. Almost coming up to our first friendly here, and we've got a lot of emails actually. We've got a contract offer accepted though for Felipe Campos. So I'm going to go ahead and sign this guy because I do believe he could be a brilliant player for us. 23 years old, 75 overall, and he looks like a complete beast. So let's go ahead and sign him, and we'll go ahead and take a little look at his stats. So here's a little look at the new right back that we've managed to pick up, Felipe Campos. He has joined Portsmouth here, and my god, does he look like an absolutely brilliant player. He's really quick. He's got good strength on a right back, which I love. I do love having good and strong right backs. A bit similar actually to Cyrus Christie. He's very good, but he's a little bit better in the technical department. Very good marking, a good slide tackling, good short passing, very good crossing. He looks like he's a good attacking right back, but he can also track back and defend very well. Medium work rate, 5'10", and overall I think he's going to be a brilliant player for us, and he only cost us 500,000 plus Munir. I believe he's going to be a great player for us, and for only that amount of money, I think we picked up a bit of a bargain. So we have our first friendly here coming up against Verona, the Serie A side, Hellas Verona. We are coming up against them in a friendly, and I'm going to choose my squad now. So will I go with my reserve side? You know what? I'll go with my reserve side, and I'll just make sure that everything is okay. So there we go. I think I will go with this side. We'll give John Anthony Brooks his debut, and we'll also keep Jack Watmer in there because he is a good young player, and I am looking to send him out on loan so that he does get a little bit of a potential boost. But anyway, we see there that Dele Alli has scored the first goal of the game already within 2 minutes. That is unbelievable. Hopefully we can go on to win this match. And wow, 2 goals within the space of 6 minutes. Maxwell Cornet putting us back in the lead in this match. And well, of course, we've got Felipe Campos making his full debut for the team here for Portsmouth in a friendly here. And it looks like we are going to pick up a 3-1 result there. But unfortunately, Cornet does get injured in the 90th minute after Jordan Ibe did score a late goal to make it 3-1. So we have a lot of emails here after that match, and we see that, oh no, Maxwell Cornet's been injured for 2 months. That's a real blow after that friendly. He got injured in the 90th minute of all times with a medial collateral ligament. That is a shame. He's going to be out for 2 months, and he's going to miss the start of the Premier League season. That's my eyes deceiving me there. I just saw the contract offer accepted, and I thought it was a transfer offer that was accepted, but we have had one accepted for Chalobah here, 7 million plus Ryan Woods. And yes, I know I can probably get this guy for free in January, but I don't care. I want to sign this guy. I think he'd be a great player, but I'm going to have to adjust the wage budget first, and that's a little bit annoying, isn't it, when you have to do that? Because you know you've got enough money, you just have to adjust it, and I'm just being a bit lazy, really, to be honest. We also have a transfer offer there for George Taylor, which I'll take a look at in a minute, but I will offer him a contract, 5 years, 40 grand a week, and I will actually lower that to 35,000 because sometimes they do accept a reduced wage, very rarely, but you got to give it a chance sometimes. You can save money just by doing that, and it's worth giving it a go, really. We see we've got a lot of emails here actually. Once again, we've got a transfer offer for Romagnoli. This could be an interesting one from Chievo Verona. We played them in a friendly a few days ago, and obviously they're looking to purchase him now from us. I will actually counter offer though 4.8 million. And actually, you know what, I'm going to counter offer 4.5 million. As well as that, we got a transfer offer for John Sutar. We've offered 1.8 million plus Yun Young Sun. And you may be wondering, why are you selling Yun Young Sun? I don't like him as a centre-back. I feel he pushes up the pitch a little bit too much. But I do like to bring in players from the same nation as the actual club. I know John Sutar is Scottish, but I still class him as an English player or a British player, whatever you want to call him. And I will offer him a 5-year contract, 20% goal bonus, or clean sheet bonus I should say. And I won't offer him a squad role so that he doesn't absolutely moan at me every time I don't play him in a match. But there we go. We will offer him a contract and we'll wait and see if he accepts. Wow, so maybe I should have actually just gone through with the deal. Why didn't I just accept the money? That was a good enough offer, but obviously they're not going to go through with the deal now, which is a massive shame. So that is Chievo Verona saying no to Simon Romagnoli, which is a shame. But we do have a transfer offer accepted for Lewis Cook, 1.9 million plus Tyus Browning. A lot of money, yes, but I do need a backup CDM, and I believe that if Chalobah doesn't accept, then I will just go ahead and accept this guy instead. He is a little bit younger than Chalobah, he's a future star, and I believe this guy, if I can't get Chalobah, would be just as good a player in the future. Right guys, this is going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode of Career Mode, and if you have, please be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already guys, as it really does help out my channel and it shows me that you are enjoying this series. Thank you so much for the support on the previous episode, and if we can get 50 likes again, that would be greatly appreciated. In the next episode, we've got a lot to look forward to, lots of transfer action, and we are also playing our first game in the Barclays Premier League. But apart from that guys, hopefully you have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.